Hi, Hiram here. A couple of weeks ago I did a video on dry baking a muffin using a Trangia, a small pot, and a muffin fan guard. Went pretty nice. It's the way I usually make my muffins if I'm out on the trail. But I had a bunch of requests to, instead of using a pot, to use a Boy Scout mess kit like this. Now the pot comes in this. I like these. You can get them real cheap. I don't know, can you see this? Got this one at Goodwill for $1.97. This is the old style, pretty heavy duty aluminum. Has a handle on it, just like that. Normally you put it on here so that it's a handle on your pot, but to make this a little easier today I'm going to take it off. Inside is the small Boy Scout pot, what I call a Boy Scout pot, like what I've been using. But today I'm going to make muffins with this part. Now for Boy Scouts out there, you probably used these before on a fire. You get yourself a nice bed of coals, set that on there with whatever it is you want to bake inside, and then you put a couple of coals on top. Well, today I want to try this with a Trangia. Let me get this started. Where the heat will be only on the bottom. Now I'll use the same muffin mix like what I like to use before. This is the kind of muffin mix that you just add just water to it, not milk or eggs or anything. In this case, this uses a 1/4 cup of water. Pour the water in. Get out as much of the air as you can. Close it back up. And then just knead it. Knead the dough to mix in the flour and the water. Now in this case, this is a blueberry muffin mix. There's little blueberries in here, dehydrated blueberries. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Now I'm going to use the tart pan like I did before. My wife gave me these. If there's an interest, I might try this sometime. These are silicon Texas baking cups. They're cups that are made out of silicon. And they're supposed to be safe up to 425 degrees. They'd fit in this pretty nice too. Not as wide, but most of the time with this is a one-shot deal. Something like this could easily be washed and reused. So, like I said, if there's an interest, I'll do that sometime. So what I have here is the tart pan. I'm going to use a little Pam on it to make it non-stick. In this case, I'm not going to cut the notches in the tart pan like I did before. This fits in this with no problems. So I take my muffin mix, squeeze it back a little bit from the corner so that I can cut the corner off, and then just squeeze the mix into the pan, like so. Try to get as much out as you can. Okay, so there's that. Shake it around a little bit so it's in there smooth. I think this has been burning long enough. I'll put the simmer ring on. Oops. That put it out. Put it on too fast. Let's try that again. I'm using the Westwind again because I'm not too worried about getting the most heat I can out of this. So this seems to work pretty good. So we have the bottom of the mess kit. Put the pan, put the muffin fan in there. Put that on top, and then the lid on that, and stick it on the fire. And last time this took about 15 minutes with the smaller pot, so we'll see what happens this time. Okay, there we have 15 minutes. That's about how long it took with the smaller pot for this to cook. But I'm thinking that with this size of a pot, it's going to take a little bit longer. Now, remember the last time I told you when you're using something like the Trangia that has, when you put the simmer ring on, it only has a crescent burning. So you have to rotate the pot around so that the heat gets even through the whole thing. Now let's just take this off. Oh, raising up pretty nicely. You test it with a toothpick. See if it goes in clean, comes out clean. Not quite. So let's just give it a couple more minutes here. And I'm just putting the lid on, not down tightly, so that it has some chance to let the air out, the hot air out. Okay, and there we're going on 19 minutes. Let's see what it looks like. Again, stick in the toothpick, down pretty deep, comes out clean, so kind of looks like this might be done. So we'll take this out, put it on the plate, take that off. Put that to the side, and there we have our muffin. Let's see if this will come out of the pan. There we go. Pretty nice. So that was what, 19 minutes, and we have a nice little muffin. So I guess the what I call the Boy Scout mess kit, it's really just a personal mess kit that's very hot. This will work on an alcohol stove along with the lid. So I hope that helps those of you that asked for that. I'm going to go and enjoy myself a little muffin here. I look forward to your input, rather I should say I thank you for watching my video. I look forward to your input, your questions, your remarks, your helpful suggestions. And as always, watch for my buddy Max. Bye now. Ooh, blueberry muffins.
Know you've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin.